Make sure you have a full cup of coffee while you're doing this. That way you can spill crap all over the place. Alright, we're back with the neck of the Lazarus, and there's a couple of things we ought to work on. Number one, I can't believe it's actually here. This has the truss rod cover, but I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of this scrap spruce, and we're going to craft a matching truss rod cover so that this wood will match the wood that is going on the top. I think it'll be a nice touch, and it's my project, so I do what I want. Neener, neener, neener. So I'm just going to put a piece of double stick tape on here, trace this outline, and then we're going to cut it. We'll cut it out. So, oh, I can actually take it from just right there. So I'm trying to use all the scraps, all the little pieces of stuff that I have around here. Instead of throwing away my offcuts from the top, I was actually sanding them down into these little tiny pieces here and using the sawdust from that to make my own wood putty to fill in around the binding. So this will work great. I can use just this one little tiny piece here. And I like it when I can do that. I don't mind using big chunks of stuff when I have to. But if I can get away with using something smaller. Yeah, it's Friday, the yard brigade is here. Now we can bandsaw, cut out that little tiny piece there. Using these two extremely fancy tools. This is just a sanding block and a file. We've now got this down to the approximate size that we want it to be, and now we've got a couple of bevels that we need to put into it. The bevel on the outside is just decorative in nature. The bevel on the back side, though, isn't. When this sits down on the headstock, there's an angle between the headstock and the fretboard, so that is what that angle is going to be. I'm going to work on creating these angles first, and then we'll start working on that angle there in the back. Alright, here's one of the things that I'm noticing here. I have gotten this pretty close, but when I mount this here, I'm noticing there's a bit of a wobble. Where does that bit of wobble come from? The bit of wobble comes from the nut on the truss rod. So what I've done is I have I'm going to use a technical term here. I have mooshed this down because this is really soft spruce. And now I have like a little divot here in the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of sand a little scoop out so that it will lay flat there. That's the theory, at least.
Attack warning. Attack warning. An attack or hostile action is imminent or in progress.
I bet you don't have one of those in your neighborhood.
An attack or hostile action is imminent or in progress. Attack warning. Attack warning.
Yeah. Welcome to my neighborhood, folks. It's not always paradise here on the base. Yeah, you notice I'm saving the spruce dust. So now we Alright, so here we go. And that fixed it. I didn't put, you're not even going to be able to see this. There's just a skosh, maybe a smidge out of the underside of this. Just a teeny tiny bit. But it fits in there. And now we're not rocking back and forth. So I'm just going to take the hand drill and drill that hole out of there, and then when we are ready to finish the top, then we'll have this ready, so that way they'll both have the same finish. It's just simple little stuff, but stuff that matters to me.